Hello, this is Dennis from Do Guitar Now. Today, this is strictly for beginners. You've never picked up a guitar before, you don't even know what you're looking at. So, basically, all we're going to look at today is what I call the anatomy of the guitar. We have a few basics to cover. First of all, we have what they call the body of the guitar, which is this area. We have the neck of the guitar, which is back here. On top of the neck, the facing of it is considered the fretboard. Our fretboard is broken into frets: first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret, and so forth. Each fret is separated by a fret bar. It's important to note that when you're playing with your fingers and not a slide, that you want to place your fingers in the fret between the fret bars, preferably as close to the edge of the fret bar of whichever fret you're talking about playing on. In other words, if I was wanting to play on the second fret of the fifth string, I would count my fret spaces, 1, 2. I would place my finger in there and then scoot it up right before it actually touches the fret bar. That gets you the cleanest, closest note possible. The other part up here is called the headstock. The headstock is where we find our tuning keys, which brings up tuning. You're definitely going to want to learn how to tune. For beginning purposes, we always start with what they call standard tuning, which is the pitch of 440. It's the pitch of A. Those of you that end up using electronic tuners, that's what you would set it to. I'm going to show you today with the trusty pitch pipe. The pitch pipe I like because, first of all, they're inexpensive. You can get them at any music store, and they help train our ears. We'll get used to the notes. And on a pitch pipe, we're going to notice that they're labeled. We have letters and numbers. It says 1E, 2B, 3G, 4D, 5A, 6E. That is the names of our strings when we tune it properly. That would be the pitch of each string. Now the first string is our smallest string. It's the highest in pitch, but it's closest to the floor. Our sixth string is our thickest string, lowest in pitch. Now it's high up toward the sky. So now what we're going to do is go to 6, because this is the easiest way to tune the guitar. Go to the 1 or the 6E is what we're looking for. 6E. We find it, we blow into it. We hear that pitch. That's the pitch we want our 6E string to be open. So now what we want to do is blow into it and play the string at the same time. So that way, let me grab a pick here. So that way we absolutely can make sure that we are tuned up. So here we go. Mine is tuned. But let's say that for some reason the guitar was sharp. In other words, the string on the guitar sounds higher in pitch than the pitch pipe. What we're going to do in this case is we're going to go to the 6th string tuning key. We're going to loosen it until the pitch rings in unison or sounds the same as what's coming out of the pitch pipe. And there it is. Same thing could happen. Maybe your 6th string is flat or lower in pitch than the pitch pipe. So now we would need to go to that same tuning key, turn it until we tighten the string to ring in unison with the pitch pipe. Once that's in place, we then would use our note chart, which you can definitely find inside any guitar book pretty much. All over the internet, they're everywhere. But all we have is, it's going to label our strings. Our first string is going to be here, because it's going to be on top, because it's high in pitch. So on paper they put the highest in pitch up toward the sky. And the low string, our sixth string, our thickest string, is going to be on bottom. But anyway, it labels them E, A, D, G, B, and E. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. In other words, we just tuned with our pitch pipe the sixth string to the pitch of E. Next up, we want to tune our fifth string to the pitch of A. Now, in order to do that, we got to find A on the sixth string. That happens to be the fifth fret. So we're going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to place a finger on the fifth fret of the sixth string. We're going to push it in. We're going to play it. Then we're going to play the fifth string open. And then together. And we want them to sound the same. And then for the fourth string, it's going to be named D. We find D on the fifth string this time, which is going to be the fifth fret once again. So we're going to place our finger on the fifth fret, fifth string. We're going to play it, and then the fourth string open. And we want them to sound the same. Now say for some reason it was not in tune. You can hear how they sound different. All you have to do is turn it until they ring together and sound the same. So now that our fourth string is tuned up, we move to our third string, which is going to be G. We're going to find G on the fourth string, once again at the fifth fret. So fourth string, fifth fret, we're going to place our finger there, we're going to push it down. Then we're going to hit the third string open. We want them to sound the same. Our second string is going to be B. This time around, we're going to move to the fourth fret of the third string to find the pitch of B. We're going to place our finger on the fourth fret, third string. We're going to push it in. We're going to play it, and then the second string open. And then the fifth fret of the second string gives us the pitch of E, which is going to be the same pitch we hit our first string tuned to. So we're going to place our finger on the fifth fret, second string. We're going to play it and the first string open. And we're going to turn it until they ring together. At that point, we have a tuned guitar. Now the same philosophy works on electric guitars as well. It does not just have to be an acoustic guitar. We can look here and we can see that with the electric, we still have the body, we still have the neck, we still have the fretboard, we still have the fret bars, therefore frets in between. We still have a headstock, we have tuning keys. So we would still do the same thing. We would still start out by grabbing a pitch pipe, finding 6E, once we have that, then we just simply fifth fret, sixth string, and we turn until it rings in unison. Then fifth fret, fifth string for the fourth string. Then fifth fret, fourth string to tune the third string. Fourth fret, third string in order to tune the second string. And then fifth fret of the second string in order to tune the first string. So that's it for the basic anatomy of a guitar. Well, close to it. Let's do one more thing here. We do see some differences in this electric guitar. First of all, we have to figure out how do we hear this? We see that there is a cable plugged into what they call the input jack or output jack, which leads over to the guitar amplifier. But how does that still work? Well, we have pickups. And in this case here, I have what they call an HSS, which means humbucker, single, single. My humbucker is in what they call the bridge position, because back here is considered our bridge. And then I have the middle pickup, which is a single coil. And then I have the neck position, because it's closest to the neck. It's also single. And I can choose with a selector switch here, it's called a 5-way toggle switch, on which pickup I turn on, or a combination of these pickups. This guitar is wired to where when it's all the way down, it's the humbucker back here, or the bridge pickup. The next notch up is the humbucker and the middle. The middle notch here is simply the middle pickup turned on. The next notch up is the middle and the neck. And all the way up is only the neck position. And if we listen closely, we can hear it. And obviously it has volume knob. This particular guitar has also tone knobs. Not all of them do. But let's listen to a G chord and listen to the difference in these different positions. I'm going to start with the neck. I'm going to go neck and middle. I'm going to go just middle. Now, middle and humbucker. And now only humbucker or bridge position. So there you have it. That's the basic anatomy of a guitar. That's the basics to tuning using a pitch pipe. You can also tune with built-in tuners that come on the amplifiers. You can tune with the electronic tuners that they sell. You can also tune off of keyboards or pianos. Leave me comments if you decide that you would like a video on how to tune off of a piano or a keyboard. Definitely show you how to do that. But I suggest the pitch pipe at first. Good luck with learning how to tune your guitar. Therefore, we can dive into the next lesson, and then I will show you the basics to playing chords and the basic scales that we can use in order to play lead guitar. Thank you. Have a good one.